Hey everybody, it's time to roll the wind. Had some questions about playing the 5 and 9 in Mississippi. Been a lot of questions over on Facebook on the Heavies Forum. And so I thought I'd explain it a little bit in a video, kind of walk you through it, try to show you the difference. You're going to see different things at different casinos. Some of the casinos in Mississippi, and I'm talking about corporate owned casinos, not the Choctaw casinos, they're going to have automatic buys. We're going to have automatic buys on the 5 and 9. And I came up with a strategy last year. And if your set is really tossing and repeating either the 5 or the 9, I'm going to show you on the 9. 5 works exactly the same way, of course. Some of the casinos will have a $20 automatic buy. Some of them, like at Harrah's, for example, down in Biloxi, they will have a $40 automatic buy. So you've got to ask your dealer when you're doing the 5 and 9s, just say, hey, what's your automatic buy amount? And they'll tell you if it's 40 or if it's 20. So what we've got is a couple of scenarios that you'll run into. One is a $15 table, one is a $25 table. So I thought I would do them kind of simultaneously. Walk you through how they each work. We will use the $15 player as if he's on a $20 minimum buy, and the $25 player as if he's on a $40 minimum buy. It's not going to make a lot of difference. Why do I say that? Well, the main thing you want to know is that you want to get your money off of the table, your initial buy, and you want to get yours pressed to 80 as quickly as possible. Once you're at 80, they both play the same way. Getting to 80 is the magic number for me. And I'll kind of show you why I think that, why I tend to bet this strategy every time on the 5 and 9, especially when they start hitting early. You never know how many are going to suddenly start popping in. And so you want to take advantage of the law in the Mississippi Gaming Commission. You want to get to that automatic buy on the 5 and 9 as quickly as you can. And then, in my opinion, you want to get right on up to $80. So I'm going to place a chip for each hit. So the first hit, on the first hit, you're going to have obviously your traditional $21 payout right there on the $15 player. You're going to have either 35 or 36, depending upon the casino. Some casinos will go ahead and give you the dollar. For example, the Beau Rivage will always give you the dollar. If you're at Hard Rock, you may have to drop $1 out of your rack, or some of the other casinos. But, you know, the main thing is to go from 25. You want to tell the dealer to take you to 36. That automatically gives you your $25 back. I'm going to put that right up there. On the $15 table, you got 15. I will automatically then go to 25. Okay. Go to 25 on that first hit. Put $11. If you want to, You can go to 36, but if you're on a $40 table, you won't get there. So you can go from 15 right on up to 36. And then you're even. But let's assume you want to put the 11. You've got $4 at risk. You want to minimize your risk. Like I say, a lot of times we'll go straight on to 36 from 15. You don't have to. You can put 11 in the rack. Second hit. Second hit, the player on the left, he gets his $36 payout. He tells the dealer, take me to 36. And then he's got $36 in the rack. This player gets paid $54 after the VIG. They're going to charge you a 5% commission on these automatic buys, just like you're used to with your 4 and 10. Once you're at 36, remember, the main goal is to get these to 80 as quick as possible. 75, 80. That goes to the rack. You got another $5 here. I'll just change that. So this guy has now got 35 or 36 in the rack. This guy's now got 35 or 36, 35 in the rack. Third hit. Not that uncommon. It's not that uncommon. This guy's pressed behind, right? So he gets 54. He will automatically, we'll swap this out for a nickel. Go to 80, put $10 in the rack. This is why you want to get to 80 as quick as possible. This is what I'm going to show you now is why a lot of people go from 15 straight to 36. 80 right here pays us $116. So in 3 hits, you take the 116 and put it in the rack. Now it really starts to get interesting. Next hit, 4th hit. This person, if he's still at 80, he will get 116 and rack it. This person gets 116. Takes $4 out of his rack, hands it to the dealer, and says, take me to 200. So you can jump after you've collected the 116. You can collect, drop $4. We'll color this up a little bit. There's 100, 75, 80, 85, 90, 95, 200. All right, so he has gone to $200 on that 9 and 4 hits. That's about as strong a quick move on 4 hits as you can get. Now, what you want on either guy is that 5th hit. This guy is going to do the same thing that the previous guy did, right? He's going to get 116. He's always a press behind because he didn't go straight to 36 like he could have. I'm showing you a little more conservative, a little more aggressive, depending upon your table. But 15 to 36 on the first hit, this guy would be equal to this guy. So he gets 116, takes $4 out of his rack, and guess what? He goes to 200. Just like this guy. But this guy, with 200 on there, he gets paid 300 for 10. And that 300 goes in the rack. I think that's a pretty slick move. So then you've got options, depending upon your risk tolerance, depending upon your aggressiveness. Now this guy is still needing that next hit. 2, 3, 4, 5 hits. 5 is a lot. You could very simply drop this back to 180. I'm sorry, you could drop this all the way back down to 80 and collect a black chip every time it's hit. This guy's got to decide, he's already decided that on the next hit, he wants that 300 for 10 in the rack. Okay. This guy, he's going to get his 300. Then he's got to decide 300 for 10. Where does it want to go? So if you remember, our original press schedule was to get to 80. Well, I'm not going to be ballsy enough to take this to 800. But you want to take it, if you're going to increase it to any even number. You could go full press. You could go to 300. You could go to, let me break this up a little bit. $350. $360, right? Put that in your rack. $360. If you get that next hit, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 hits, that's a lot. That's a lot. This guy here, he's going to get his 300 for 10. He can do whatever. I'm going to stop the progression here. We're starting to get into almost fantasy land here. It can happen though. This guy, he's got 360. That's going to pay $540. So if you make it through all those hits, and then Big Red comes, if Big Red comes, and it will, the more conservative guy had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. $725, 30, 35, 40, $1. Remember, he put that much, $11. That $11 in his rack compared to the guy who started on $25. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 11. There's a quarter. All right. This is the most important part I think you should look at and evaluate if you're going to be playing in Mississippi. We got 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 1,175, 80, $85 off of that string of hits. Now that's a big string. But if you go back and look at where we were on the 4th or 5th hit, it looks really good too. The $15 player being cautious, him being cautious, cost him that difference. 2, 4, 6, 7. 700 versus 1,100. That's the difference right there. Purple chip on that string. So that's really how the Parson Press works. So if I'm on a $15 table and $20 is the buy, the smart play when that hits on the first hit is to collect that when that 21 comes out, forget the $11 and look for one more hit. Then you're exactly even with this guy. So you can get to this level from 15. You can get to this $25 guy's level from 15 if you're willing to forego collection of $11. And that's really how that works. That's a super press, one power press involved. That's going from 80 to 200. Cost this guy $4. That's the only power press in there. We're just taking full advantage of the automatic buys on the 5 and 9 that are given to us. I've hit it myself many times, 300 for 10. If you want to reduce to 80 and start and then collect 116, if it hits again, either collect the 116 and go on up or go up to 200. Sure call. But take advantage when you go into Mississippi of the automatic buys on the 5 and 9. If you don't, if you play it like you're in Vegas or Atlantic City, you're going to end up leaving money on the table. over the long haul on the 5 and 9s. Remember always, it's a 2 to 3 bet. Whatever you've got up here, you want to get to an even number, just like it was your pass line. Divide it by a 2, multiply it by a 3. That's your payout, less the 5% vig. As always, practice like you play like you practice, and go roll to win.